What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of this Pentagon challenge. If you haven't watched last episode, we have finally completed the third continent that we needed to conquer. In this series so far, we've already done South America, we've conquered Africa, and we've done North America thanks to the Inter Miami team that dominated the CONCACAF Champions League. Leaving two continents, we have Europe and we have Asia. Have a guess where we've ended up. So then, guys, welcome to Shanghai Shenhua. I believe I've not butchered that, but this is a interesting team for me. There were many reasons why I picked this team. If we go into the job center and filter these slowly out by just manager, you can kind of see where I was looking. So I was looking at the teams in the A-League. Brisbane Roar, Western United kind of had my attention a little bit. This team in the Chinese Xia League, that's the division below the top league in China, so I didn't want to touch those. Arsenal, Wolves and Bayern Leverkusen would have all been interesting options, actually. However, I'm not ready for Europe yet. You know, I want to take my talents somewhere else and put my stamp on things. And we went for this team, Shanghai Shenhua. It's not going great for them in the Chinese Super League. As you can see on the table, we're in the relegation zone. So potentially there could have been better jobs open up, and we're quite a way off of the top four playoff spots. And the top four playoff spots actually do qualify you for the competition that we are trying to win. Obviously, there are much bigger teams in China than this team. They've got a decent little budget. They're 4 points away from safety. So what we're trying to do is we are trying to get them out of the mud. This is the best team in China right now, and this is it, the AFC Champions League. This is what we are trying to win, guys. So the AFC Champions League, as you can see, this team from China is the current holders, and we've got a couple of other teams here. The Korean team that were Korean Giants in this save. They've won it a couple times, 3 times this save so far. And another team from China winning it here, Pohang Steelers. They're actually now in the second tier. It's crazy what's happened in this save, but this is the competition we are trying to win. And there is a reason why I went for the team that I went for. Now, if we go over to the competitions tab, whilst the league is not going very well, we are into I think this is the quarterfinals. It is the quarterfinals of the Chinese FA Cup. We are expected to reach the semi-finals. However, if you win this bad boy, this is why I've done my research. If you win this, we're currently in the quarterfinals. Win that, go through to the semi-finals. Obviously, win the semi, you go through to the final. The winner of the final, I know it's a long shot. I know the team's a mess. There are so many rules, as you can see in the bottom left of the screen. But if we win this, we can get into the AFC Champions League group stage. This is a rebuilding job. We have a lot to do. In today's video, I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of everything around the club, take a look at the team, the staff, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve, and we're going to play our first game. As you can see, Zhejiang Greentown are the current holders. And where are they in the Chinese Super League? They are currently mid-table. So these are actually a team that we will be trying to overtake. And you can kind of see why as well that you know, this is where we are trying to be. In terms of the competition's reputation, the Saudi Arabian League is the best in this region, followed by the K-League, the J-League, Iran Pro League. As you can see, there's some interesting ones here, and then the A-League is all the way, the Australian League is all the way down here. You can't play in a lot of these. You can't play in this division. You can't play in the J-League. You can't play in the Iran Pro League. You can't play in the QNB Stars League in Qatar. So that's why we're in China. In terms of the other reasons why I picked this club, in terms of the club vision, you won't be able to see it because it's behind my head. If we go over here, you will be able to see it. So we have a transfer budget of 42 million, 42.6 million, which is quite nice. It's a decent amount for me to work with, which is great. And we've got a nice wage budget of 1.1 million, and we're currently spending 868k a week on wages. So we've got a little bit of cap room to work. See, I've come out of the MLS, got a little bit of cap room. We've got a little bit of room to wiggle and hopefully bring in some players into this club. In terms of the staff then, Obviously, when I get in charge of a new club, I have the option usually to bin everybody off. We've pretty much done that. So this is the current level of staffing. I would have fired more of these coaches, but I ran out of budget to do so. So a lot of work needs to go into things here. You know how valuable I find training. If we go into their facilities, you can see superb training facilities, great youth facilities. I'm not too worried about the academy coaching and youth recruitment right now. I'm just worried about what we can do for the first team, and the first team is very, very good. We are paying rent on it, but it doesn't matter. In terms of the club vision, this is what they expect from me. As you can see, we've got no rating so far. We've just started. This is my first day in the job, the 12th of June, 2031. So not a lot of game time has actually passed. This season, they want me to work with they want me to work within the wage budget for the 5 years, which is fine. I'm sure we can do that. Chinese Super League, avoid a relegation battle. So there's a little bit to do there. And in the Chinese FA Super Cup, we need to reach the semi-finals, which I do again think is possible. Now, in terms of the team, we've put the tactic in, the clinical chiefs. There are so many rules you need here, Chinese Super League. So maximum of 5 foreign players, maximum of 4 foreign players in the playing 11. So this is going to be interesting to see what we can actually do. This team's a mess. So many of these players are unregistered, and I don't really know why. So we're going to have to figure that out by the time we get to our first match. In terms of training, we're going to need to go in and sort out the training. I'm going to do this whilst you guys are here just for a couple weeks. Actually put in my specific training regimes. I will potentially be doing a video on this soon if you guys would like to see it. So if you would like to see my training and sort of it built out and as to what I do and why I do it, please do let me know down in the comments section. And that is pretty much it. The squad, you know, if we go into the tactic and then we say to... pick without restriction, pick my best 11, I guess. It's not good, is it? It's not good at all. We've got a couple of players, but for me, they're in the wrong spots. This guy here is unregistered, and I don't know why. Norwegian player, bought him from Molde. I don't know why he's unregistered for this game. You genuinely have no idea. We're playing a centre-back up top. He can play CDM or striker, but has 3 finishing, so he won't be playing up front for me. There's Jonathan Tah. A 35-year-old Jonathan Tah who's set for retirement and is not registered in the team altogether. Okay, guys, so this is where I'm going to leave you for a split second. We've got some work to do. We have to try and revamp our staff. We have to try and redo a lot of things. And I don't actually know when the transfer window is open for this club, team, rules. Trialists aren't allowed. Disciplinary relegation, bottom 2 teams, that's fine. Registration, transfer window, right. Wednesday the 1st of January to the 27th of February, so we've obviously missed that. And Tuesday the 1st of July. Okay, cool. So we have the month of July to bring in players, which is great. So fingers crossed we can actually move things forward. We have our first game against Changchun Yeti, who are the team in 7th. We'll be back for that in just a few secs, guys. So then, guys, we are back for our first game in charge of Shanghai Shenhua. We are taking on DL Pro. They are the team in 12th, which is not too bad. It's a nice, easier one to start with. Just a few bits of business that I'm going to talk to you about. We're trying to figure things out. We're trying to get ourselves as good as humanly possible. I saw this guy, potentially we can get him on loan from Juve. Looks like an unbelievable prospect. Great acceleration, good pace, right height, good finishing. We are very, very weak in the striker position. So what I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm trying to rebuild using the foreign players that we are allowed to do. Hence why you can see Gabriel Cancela here. Lorient have offered to loan him. He's okay. He's not actually in our squad registration right now, which is mad because he's actually quite a good player. But we're trying to rebuild this team in our own image. We are out there. We are trying to find Chinese players as well to fit our quota to make sure everything is as good as it humanly can be there. We've got 42 mil. And I'm going to try and loan in all the foreign players, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to try and use as much of that money to bring in Chinese talent to this team as humanly possible. And you know what I've already gone and done. We have upgraded the staff, as we do every club we go to. We've got great facilities here, so let's use them. As I said, the goal will always be to have the best staff in all three departments. Obviously, I couldn't sack some of these people because it wasn't allowed. So we are in the process of recruiting still. Once I've got my feet under the table at the club a little bit more, we'll tidy things up here. But it is game time, which I am very, very baffled by. I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm not even going to attempt to say some of these dudes' names. But as you can see, so foreign player in at right back, foreign player in at centre back, foreign player in the cam spot, and foreign player at the left midfield spot. Whilst these are good players, I'm still not fully convinced. I'm just going to try and I'm going to wing it for today's game. And then we'll just see what we can do in terms of squad and who we can pick up. I'm really worried about this one-star striker. Obviously, you know what I'm like, guys. I love a deep line playmaker. This guy ain't it. We're not even going to go into too much detail in terms of the team. We're solid in decent areas. We have to have a Chinese keeper, for instance. We're bad in midfield. We're bad in these two midfield spots, and we're bad up front. They are the main areas that I will be looking to strengthen. However, with the tactic, the clinical chiefs will submit the team. A couple people lacking match sharpness, which is okay. People still learning the tactic. Obviously, we've been in training for, I think we've had 9 days training between when the start of this episode, when you guys were with me, and where we are now. So, Chinese Super League, right. Let's end the poor run of form. Come on, boys. First match, in charge. What is going to happen? So we are in the blue. All blue. And we have the ball inside the opposition penalty area. And the goalkeeper makes a solid save there. Obviously, there's so many rules and restrictions that I need to wrap my head around. I can't see it being as bad as the MLS. Is that Ryan Shirky? Oh my god. Oh, no. It's just a long ball, isn't it? It's fine. We lost our first game as managers of Inter Miami. We lost our first game there. So, that's... the team that we're bottom are winning as well. So we will go bottom of the league if the result stays as is. I need to rebuild this team. Obviously, I need to get them in my image. I need to get them playing my football. I need them to getting to understand the tactic a little bit more. But I will be honest, I thought it might be a little bit easier. We've not even seen a highlight of our own, really, other than that one in the first 30 seconds before the goalkeeper got the ball, pumped it the entire length of the field, and they slotted. 7 shots for us, 4 on target. 59% of the possession is fine. We're playing okay, but we're just not doing anything with it. Right, okay, boys. Far from pleased. Fingers crossed that has motivated everybody. Here we go, then. Opportunity? No. This is the guy who scored. Just absolutely blitzes past our midfield. Cross comes over. Ryan Shirky. This is going to be a goal, isn't it? Oh, hits it just wide. Oh, God. We've still not seen a highlight for us. Is this the one? Is this the opportunity? Obviously, we're running the same set pieces. We're running the same tactics that we have done for 3 clubs now. This is our 3rd club. Holding the ball up nicely. Can we work it into the penalty area? Shots blocked. Into our best player. Come on. Yes, Ruben. We get the equaliser. Big goal for us, that. Big goal. The first half didn't really look like we were doing anything. Managed to bag a goal there. Nice hold-up play, actually, from the target man. The striker that I am quite worried about because I genuinely don't think he is good enough. Up to 60% of the ball now. I genuinely don't know what we have off the bench. I'm going to ignore the shout for the yellow card. What do we have off the bench? 1, 2, 3, 4 centre-backs, a wing-back, a goal... and 2... we just don't have attacking players, do we? Right, I'm not going to make any subs. What's the point? We generally don't have any forward players who can make a difference here. So what is the point in making any subs? 15 minutes to go. You know what, boys? We're going to go very attacking. I'm not having a draw on my first game of the season if I can help it. 12 shots on 12 shots, 8 on target for us. Throwing comes in. That's easily picked up, isn't it? They smash it long. Bayer, one of our obviously foreign international players over in China, running down the right-hand side. Doing quite well with it, though. Into the penalty area. Cross comes over the target man. Oh, he heads it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. 10 minutes to go. Has the game frozen? No, it hasn't. Oh, there was an offside, apparently. Okay, cool. 5 minutes to go. We're still pushing. We are still pushing. We pick up the ball. We've got options out on the right, and he's just not giving it. Give it. Pass the ball, man. Not back there. Come on. Work it nicely. Lovely. Oh, he was in acres of space. He could have brought that down. He could have taken the ball out for dinner. Walks it into the penalty area nice and slowly. Final few minutes. After 10 shots on target. We went for it towards the end, but that is a draw in our first game of the season. Or our first game in charge, sorry. This guy scored an opening goal. He's not great, is he? Lots of work to be done. Lots of work to be done is all I'm going to say. I'm going to say unlucky to the boys. I don't want to hammer the dynamic until we've crafted the dynamic to be where we want it to be. I'm not going to hammer the team. We draw. The team at the bottom of the league win 2-1 against the team third from bottom. As I said, it wasn't the hardest of games to start with, but it also wasn't an easy one. So we will continue, fellas. It's mid-June. We've got probably 2 more games, well, 1 more game by the looks of things to get through until the transfer deadline, until the transfer window opens. And then obviously we have to figure out how we're going to go about things and how we're going to strengthen this team in the right way. In terms of the schedule, it's not been rosy. First game in charge there. What I'm going to do is I am going to bring you back, guys, for... I think this will be a good test. This is the team that are top of the league. They are also the team that are the current ACF Champions League holders. So I think this is going to be a good spot for us to bring you back. Hopefully we would have been able to rebuild the team by then. I can talk you through some transfer updates and all of that good stuff. But that is where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. If you have enjoyed today's video, we are at a new club. We are over in China. And don't forget to drop a like on today's video. Subscribe if you are new around here. This is a good time to pick things up. Obviously, the start of a new club, everything's new. We can all learn things together. And that'd be fantastic as well. But that's where I'm going to leave things. Have a good day, guys. And hopefully, I'll catch you on another Football Manager video very, very soon.